What is up, guys? Cejaman back with another review. Today we are taking a look at something that I have been waiting for quite a while, and that is the brand new Mcfarlane Toys based off of Mortal Kombat 11. I still have not been able to download this guy. This is the Spawn figure, super articulated Spawn figure, and a lot of people have been, super excited for this. I'm one of them. You guys know I'm a big Spawn collector, so we got him in hand. I love it. Absolutely love the packaging. The packaging is something that really stands out. First of all, you get just a green background as the insert, which kind of reminds me of like a what do you call it? Like a green screen. Right here on the bottom, it does read Spawn, and then you have a really cool artwork right there of Spawn, and then on the side there is another image of Spawn. You got the chains there, and then on the back is a full-on image of the character. So it does read right there, 22 moving parts. And then look at the packaging on this. The packaging is super cool. I love the green little smoke that they did, and you can see right there, Mcfarlane Toys, WB, Warner Brothers. Right there at the bottom, there is the barcode. On the side, you have, I think this is pretty much the same image as the other side. Oh no, the other side actually reads Mortal Kombat, and you have more of that awesome like green smoke there. And it does have the Mcfarlane logo. On the top, there is an open window. But I mean, again, you guys don't understand. I am super excited for this. I have been excited for this figure ever since they announced it, ever since they revealed it. Because we don't get a lot of super articulated Spawn figures, and Mcfarlane's not a really big fan of articulated figures. And so, I mean, he obviously did this for the fans, and that's saying a lot, because McFarlane's always out there to please the fans. But enough yapping about this. This figure just looks amazing. The packaging I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and open him up and take a close look at Spawn and see if he's a pickup or a pass. All right, guys, this is what the insert looks like. You have the Mortal Kombat logo and the Mortal Kombat writing there, and this actually looks good against the green insert. And then you have the display base, which actually reads Mortal Kombat. I was actually hoping that the DC Multiverse figures had like some kind of writing on them, but this is pretty cool. So that's what you get in the insert. As far as accessories go, Spawn does come with a really cool looking sword. You have the Spawn logo right there. See that right there? You have the Spawn logo with the green eyes. That looks awesome. You got the red handle with the spike at the end. It's a little bit sharp, and I always forget what these sides are called. You guys can let me know in the comments below. These are a little sharp as well, so just be careful with that, guys. You can see some cool detailing on the blade itself, and it does look like it is a little bit weathered. But look how great this looks. I thought it was going to be a soft rubber material. I mean, it is kind of a little bit on the rubbery side, but I'm pretty sure if you were to bend it a lot, it would probably snap. Now, the tip of this is a little bit sharp too, and I always mention, just be careful with these because you don't want your kids to play with them. So you do get the awesome sword, and then of course you get the display base that just reads Mortal Kombat, and it does have the one peg on there, so there's nothing on the bottom, but at least you do get a display base. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is go over Spawn's articulation first. That way, because I know that's what a lot of people want to see, is how well articulated this guy is. So let's go ahead and get into that. So the head can rotate. You can see it does have rotation of the head sculpt, but it's got pretty good range of motion as far as like side to side. You can tilt it side to side as well, and obviously it looks side to side. Now, it doesn't go up all the way, so if you try to get him to look up, that's as far as you're going to get Spawn to go. Looking down, it does kind of look down pretty good, but you're not going to get him looking up a whole lot. So that's probably going to disappoint a lot of people. As far as the arms go, he does have really smooth articulation, like as far as getting the arms out to the side. At least mine does. I don't know if your guys' does either. So he does go in and out very, very smooth. He does have rotation at the ball joint right there in the shoulder, right there, and then also has rotation right here in the upper arm. He's got he's got double jointed elbows. Nothing in the lower arm, like as far as the wrist goes, there's no articulation there, but he does have rotation in the hand, and he does have a hinge in the hand as well. The same thing for this right arm. He does have upper ab crunch, so you can see how much range of motion you can get there. You can also rotate there as well. And then he does have waist rotation, like at the actual waist, but it's kind of hard to get it to rotate because of the upper body rotating as well. The legs go in and out, again, very, very smooth. They go forward and back. He does have double jointed knees. There's no upper leg rotation, no lower leg rotation, but he does have rotation right in the foot, so you can get it to rotate, and he does have that whole like ankle pivot, so he's got really, really good range of motion. And then the foot has toe articulation there, so all the toes go up, and he does have peg holes at both bottom of the feet. Now the right leg has the same articulation up top, but because he has this armored, you know, spikes right there in the lower right part of the foot, you can't get anything to rotate in the lower part of the foot, but I mean, this side doesn't either. He does still have the foot peg there at the bottom, and he still has rotation in the foot, so you can still get the foot to maneuver around, and he still does have articulation in the toes in the right foot as well. So he's a pretty good articulated figure. A lot of people are going to be pleased with his articulation. Now, as far as the overall look for Spawn, I totally approve of this guy. He just looks great. Now, first thing, the cape and the collar. The collar, this is all soft rubber material, so it's not going to get in the way. You don't got to worry about it breaking. And that's one thing about this Spawn figure, is it doesn't look like a lot of pieces on him are going to break. And that's one thing Spawn or Mcfarlane figures do. They break a lot. They tend to break, but this one does not feel flimsy like the other Mcfarlane figures do. But the cape looks awesome. You can see how it's kind of double layered on there, the way they sculpted it to look double layered. I love how the top looks, and it is all just a soft rubber material. And if you lift the cape up, you can see some more detailing in the back of Spawn's outfit. You got these skulls and chains there where the belt is, so that's pretty cool. But going back to the upper part, you can see the collar. And like I said, it is a softer material, so you don't have to worry about that mess, you know, breaking when you're rotating the head sculpt. But the mask looks awesome. It almost looks like, because of the way the eyes are, that it would glow. Like the eyes would light up or glow, have like a glowing effect to it, but they don't. But I love the green that they use, and I love the paint applications that they use on him too. The sculpting on this is fantastic. Look at that. Look at this. He's got like weathering in the mask as well. I absolutely love this, and it does look like there is somebody underneath that mask. I love how the top looks too. This is all sculpted on, so very clean. Absolutely love that. And then you have the spikes right here around the right arm. You can see the muscle definition in the whole arm, and you got some more. You got bigger spikes over here. It's got spikes in the hands. Now these are sharp, so just be careful with that, guys. Taking a look at his actual hand here, you can see he does have like claws, so he's got long nails there, so that looks really cool. And then on the other arm, he's got a more like a larger armor here with bigger spikes, so you can see these are sharp as well. They're not a soft rubber material, which that's what I thought it was going to be. And then he's got like a little spike right here at the end of this armor also. And then you have the spikes right over here that's holding on to the cape. Now this is cool because you guys know, if you have the old school Spawn figures, I'm talking about the 90s ones, this is how you would attach the cape, and that was always a hassle to get the cape to attach with these little spikes here, but that's not, obviously the cases are glued in, so it looks really awesome. I'm pretty sure if you were to pull these, you'd probably break off. You have the outfit over here, you got the white lines, and you can see all the striations in his in the muscle, but the suit looks fantastic. You got the spike chains here for the belt. Look how great that looks. Look at this. So cool. And you got some pouches right here on the lower lower left leg. You come to the back, you can see the cool detailing there. And then you have the lower leg, the left leg. You can see he's got spikes on the feet and on the lower part of the leg. And this one obviously has the bigger armored spikes there. Very, very cool. Very cool looking Spawn. I definitely think Mcfarlane knocked it out of the park with this. I mean, it has that obviously new action figure feel to it, like for Mcfarlane, but it also captures that vintage Mcfarlane, or just the older, or the traditional Mcfarlane figure look to it. But let's go ahead and do some comparisons. Now over here we have a little bit of some comparisons with some different Spawns. The one on the far left is the most recent Spawn. Those are the color top Spawns over here on the far left, and obviously the middle one is the brand new Spawn. The one right here in the front is the like original first Spawn figures, and then on the right we have the art of, or the, what is it, the classic Spawn covers? I think it was the art of Spawn. We have the winged Spawn over here, so there's some comparisons with some different Spawns. You can obviously see how tall he is. Now if we were to bring out a DC character, the Mcfarlane DC characters, we can go ahead and bring out Batman. Oh, I mean, he is standing on his base, but he is pretty much in scale with the Mcfarlane DC figures. Now, I don't have any of the Mortal Kombat Mcfarlane figures, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he goes in scale with them because that's the line that he's based off of, but you can see some of the differences in some of the Spawn figures here. Here's a couple more little comparisons with some more Spawn figures. The one on the left is another more recent Color Tops Spawn Commando Spawn, and one on the right is an older Mcfarlane Spawn figure. So some more comparisons with some more Spawn figures for you right there. Now Spawn does hold on to the sword very nicely. It's not loose or anything. He's got a firm grip on that sword. Now Spawn does have a very well, he's got a really good grip onto his sword, so you don't have to worry about this wiggling around, falling off, or depending on what kind of poses you want to get him into, you don't have to worry about that falling off. He's got a great grip on that, but overall, I mean, this guy looks great. Very, very nice. They did a fantastic job on him. I'm hoping, down the line, I mean, I know Mcfarlane plans on doing or making more Spawn figures, so I'm hoping if he does give us some more action figures based off of the Spawn character, I'm wondering if we're going to give us the more classic look. I know he wanted to do something on Kickstarter, so definitely going to wait for that because I love the traditional Spawn look. And then I know, I'm wondering if we're going to get any variants for this figure itself, because you guys know Mcfarlane loves doing lots of variants for his action figures. Maybe we'll get an unmasked version or a different skin. I don't know. Let's hope, because he has done it for some of his Mortal Kombat figures, but we'll see down the line. But overall, I definitely think it's a pickup. It's got something for new Spawn fans or new collectors, and it's got something for the traditional vintage Spawn collectors. He's got the best of both worlds, but I want to know what you guys think. Is it a pickup? Is it a pass? Let me know your thoughts overall. Do you prefer the pre-posed Spawn figures, or do you like the more articulated figures? Me personally, I love the pre-posed figures. I think they look more dynamic. And I agree with Mcfarlane to a certain extent that the articulation and everything, all the slits and everything does take away from the figure. But either way, I love either or. But I prefer, with his figures, I like the pre-posed figures more. I still absolutely love this figure, though. I think this figure is definitely heading the right direction with Mcfarlane. I mean, Mcfarlane is really knocking it out of the park with the DC figures. The Mortal Kombat figures look great. I don't own any of them, but they look great. And I mean, this Spawn figure is beautiful. So I can't wait to see what Mcfarlane brings us later down the line. Let me know, guys. Is it a pickup? Is it a pass? Thumbs up the video. We'll see you soon for more reviews. Thank you for watching. Later, guys.
Awesome. Let's see.